It's Pride Month, so let's talk about love. The Pride Parade is a celebration of all different types of love. You know, romantic relationships, friendships, familial love, but I think most importantly, self-love. Pride is a celebration of the Stonewall Riots, or the Stonewall Uprising of 1969. The Stonewall Uprising began when Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera, two transgender women of color, decided that they'd had enough of the police constantly targeting their queer community, and they stood up for themselves, and it started a movement. Standing up for yourself in the face of injustice is a massive act of self-love. In a society telling them that they were wrong for being who they were able to accept themselves and understand that they deserve opportunity in their lives. That one act of self-love has affected the lives of generations of queer people for the better. The power of self-love is something that I've experienced firsthand as well. My great-uncle, Justino Cardiel Hernandez, was born into a very Catholic family in 1947 in Guadalajara, Mexico. He was gay, and it wasn't really something he could hide. So you can imagine how difficult it was for him growing up in a very Catholic society in the 50s and 60s in Mexico. Despite all of that, he never stopped being himself and never stopped being open about who he was. When he helped raise my mom and her sisters, she was able to see his acceptance for himself and understood that there was nothing wrong with being gay, despite what the people around her were telling her. So when I came out as pansexual, there was no judgment. I never really felt like I had to be afraid that she was going to reject me, and I am incredibly lucky for that. My great-uncle's love for himself affected my life 2 generations later. That is how powerful self-love is. So even though we haven't been able to celebrate Pride like we normally do, we can at least celebrate the spirit of Pride by continuing to work on accepting and loving ourselves and standing up for our communities. You never know whose life you're going to change just by being yourself.